When I visited South Africa somewhere last year, we visited quite a number of farms in their beautiful country, and there was one thing that stood out to me: the distinct look of most of the farmers I encountered. And so if you are looking for how a typical knowledgeable practicing South African farmer looks, look no further today. See this gentleman sitting right by me. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have brought to the studios of Farming in Africa a farmer, a practicing farmer in South Africa. He would give us more details about what he does, which particular livestock he's into. But I would start with his beautiful, distinct look. Hello, how are you doing?
Nadia, good and you?
Good to have you here once again. My audience, we don't know you. So tell us your name, who you are, and why most South African farmers I met dress like this.
So thanks for having us.
Sure.
Yeah, my name is Werner Blinkenfelder and I'm part of CMLW Farming. We do mainly goats and as well as cattle and a bit of maize for own feed production back in South Africa, in Limpopo province.
Okay, that's beautiful. You've told us what you do, you've told us your farm. Before I even go into details of that, tell me why most South African farmers dress like this.
So as a farmer you need to be practical.
Yes.
And I think that's why me as a person prefer the short pants and short sleeves t-shirts, is not to get caught up when I work with machines, or because most of the things we fix it ourselves. We do most of the work, a lot of it we do it ourselves. So we want to be comfortable, and it gets quite hot in South Africa. Only in winter times it gets a little.
So do you dress like this in winter?
In winter, there's a common joke. They say they call us burkies in Afrikaans. They say you wear two shorts in winter. That's how cold it is.
Today, my South African audience, we have got one of your own right here in Ghana, in Accra, the capital city of Ghana. And I am very, very happy because there is going to be a lot of exchange of knowledge and information. Personally, I got the privilege to visit their farm back in the Limpopo province with my boss, Boss Fred. And when we met, I think I met your mom.
Yes, my father and my brother.
Yes, I met the entire family, and the mom especially kept telling me, Nadia, you know, sometimes we practice the intensive system of farming here. I looked at her, I said, Mom, it's a lie. You people don't know what intensive system of farming is. Come to West Africa and we would show you. So let's start off, first of all, by telling us about your farm. How many livestock are we looking at? The number, because then you would go into how you manage such a number at your farm, Werner. Okay,
so just to give a bit of background, the farm size is about 160 hectares.
Hectares?
Hectares, so that's an acre is 0.4, I think, of an hectare. So just to give you an idea. And then the animals, there's 1,000 plus animals at the farm at the moment.
Which animals are you looking at? Are you
we mainly do Kalahari Reds.
Kalahari Reds.
We are starting a new project with a bit of blackberries as well. And then also we have a bit of cattle.
On the same farm?
On the same farm.
But your main focus is the goats?
The goat farm is about 160 hectares, and then we have another farm where we plant the maize and do the cattle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your farm is big?
Yes, in South Africa it's small compared to other farmers.
Wow, interesting. And Werner, how do you manage such a size? Because I'll be honest with you, if you come to West Africa in this context, it's a very big farm. And we are all looking at scaling up our livestock businesses. You to us are doing that. How do you manage it, please?
So, like I said previously, enabling your people, your staff.
Enabling your staff.
Staff is very important. They are your hands and your legs where you can't reach. So we need to give them the right knowledge to help us. And then also, to manage that amount of animals we say it's intense because if you do it wrong, it costs you money.
Oh, then I understand, mommy, now. Okay.
There's
okay,
no
okay.
just opening the gate and letting them go outside
Yes.
and forage on their own. So in your discussion which you had with Johan, you spoke about paddock management.
Yes.
We do the same,
Okay.
just in a bit bigger paddocks.
Okay.
But we try to get the animals once a year in one paddock.
Why?
Parasites, as well as to give our grazing time, because we use natural grazing,
Okay.
to
Okay.
give their grazing enough time to recover to normal state.
Wow.
That's very important, as most people would know. If you say you are a livestock farmer, you are actually a grazing farm. You need to manage your grazing, guys.
I love
Very
that.
important.
It's in South Africa. I learned that livestock farmers are actually called grass farmers, because I mean, what is a livestock farmer without their grass?
Exactly.
There is something you said about feed being a big challenge in this industry, and honestly, I was taken aback because I felt that for a farm with that size, you would have enough land to cultivate your own feed. So I was very surprised to hear that this feed thing is a big challenge. Talk about that for me and how you are tackling it.
So yeah, feed, we've come a long way.
Okay.
Where we purchase feed from various companies and everything. And about 3 years ago, we decided we're going to make our own food.
Great.
To make sure we control what goes into that food.
Great, yes.
Because large companies can't control all of that stuff
Okay.
all the time of the year. So that's why we did it, and we've gotten good results.
Wow.
And it's a challenge because we do things intense,
Yeah.
like I've explained.
Yes.
But we work with animals to get the best potential out of them.
Yeah.
Genetics is one thing, but you can't just have genetics, and if you don't give that animal what it needs, it doesn't help you have the genetics, because that animal won't be able to give you what it can.
I feel like I'm listening to Fred all over again.
My name is Suresh. I am from India. Past 3 years I am following Farming in Africa channel. This is very nice channel for farming and animal rearing. Please share and subscribe and comment, and please follow all social media, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
You are so right, and I really understand that. So yes, still on the feed, you're right. Please continue. I just wanted to buttress your point.
So yeah, if we can give them what they need,
Yeah.
the right minerals, which is important, but actually energy and protein is very important for animals to produce. If goats, because we do goats,
Yeah.
I want my females to have a lambing percentage of
Yes.
between 180 and even exceeding 200%.
Wow.
That's what we work for.
Wow.
As well as females can't skip. They need to get pregnant so that we can get babies out of them,
Yes.
because that's our product.
Yes.
We don't farm with, we don't sell chips or anything. We sell
Yes.
goats.
Yeah.
It's for meat and it's for breeding purposes. So
Yes.
we can't have animals on our farm who skip. So feeding is directly parallel to that. If an animal's body condition is below a 3, the chances of that animal skipping that heat cycle
Yeah.
is almost 80 to 90%.
Wow.
So feeding is really important.
We can't stress on it enough. And I love what you said about how you decided to produce your own feed so you can have control over what goes into your animals. That's amazing. As you are speaking, what comes to mind is, for a farm this size, we are looking at, let's say even 1,000 goats. Let me just, for context. We are looking at these animals giving birth every now and then. Verna, how do you manage that season when it comes, where they are lambing, giving birth back to back to back? And please, as you are talking about that, talk about how you also manage them, especially in the cold seasons, because animals can say, we are feeling cold.
So at our farm, we have specific seasons for when females go to the rams.
Beautiful.
And so the reason for that is they need to get vaccinated.
Okay.
So we work in groups.
Okay.
So group 1, for this example,
Yeah.
is going to the ram, let's say January.
Okay.
So then those females go to the ram for 42 days. when they come out, they go back, they continue with normal grazing, paddock management, all of that.
Okay.
But then it's easy to control, because now I know 6 weeks before they are going to lamb, I have the dates because I've written down when they were in with the ram.
Yeah.
I know when I can vaccinate them, give them the required vitamins, dose them for parasites, and make sure they are right to give birth and give birth to strong babies.
To strong babies. Now, how do you handle them when the cold season comes?
So it's a bit colder in South Africa
Yeah.
than in Ghana.
Yeah.
Luckily they are hardy. They do good in the winter because in our country the parasites are a bit less in the winter times because of the frost.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit better, but still we need to manage it.
Yes, you need to manage
We
it.
need to manage it.
I see.
But in the cold, when they lamb, we have a lambing store on our farm, a storeroom where when we know this group 1 is going to lamb, let's say now.
Yes.
After 5 months, they're going to lamb now. We know this group, so we take them out, they go to a separate paddock.
Yeah.
And we can identify the females who lamb.
Yes.
And then they come into the store.
Yes.
Where they are protected from the elements.
Yeah.
We put sawdust in their lambing pens, and we try to keep them safe and secure.
Beautiful. It's just so nice listening to a practicing farmer, because he has literally touched on the 5 pillars we advocate here as a company to practice to have a successful livestock business, Verna. We always talk about how you should start with the right breeds, which you are doing. And I love something you said, that even if you have the best premium of genetics or breeds, if you don't feed it well, you are still not going to get the best potential. You've touched on nutrition, which is something you have realized is very important, and so you are taking things in your own hands so you can have control over what they feed on. Farm management is very important, and that's what I would end this particular discussion on, because earlier you said make sure your staff have the right knowledge. With how many staff do you have? Let me ask for context.
I have 10 total on the farm, 10 people.
Handling this number of animals?
Actually, so they are spread without the crops and the cattle and the goats. Mainly on the goats is about 5 people.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought you were going to tell me about 100 people.
No, that's where the management part get in.
Beautiful. I need to come get a lot of knowledge and information on that. So maybe we end this production on how you ensure that your staff get the right knowledge all the time. How do you update them and all of that?
Well, the vet comes to the farm quite often.
Okay.
Which helps. So if I learn something new,
Yeah.
if I don't teach my people to use that knowledge,
Yes.
to identify the disease,
Yes.
to treat it, to inform me when treatment is not working,
Yes.
then I can make a plan. But if I just leave it, it's not going to work.
It's not going to
We need to
work.
help them.
Yes.
We need to give them knowledge. Without knowledge, you can't do anything.
Without knowledge, you can't do anything. To the acquisition of knowledge, there is no end. And that's why we go far and near to get the right knowledge for you to be able to do this livestock agribusiness right. Also, that's why we are very keen on organizing all of these training programs we organize, not just for the fun of it, guys, no, and not for the money part of it. Because if a lot of people are doing this right, we would have less losses in this industry, and the interest of the youth would also go up, because they would now see it as a lucrative business to enter into. And so please, I need you to stay tuned to Farming in Africa on all of our social media platforms, right here on YouTube, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, so that when we organize any of these training programs, any of these capacity building programs, you would know of it. And if you've ever participated in one, I don't need to speak much. Go spread the news, especially to those of you who live in communities that have cooperative unions and all of that. I would later come on board again with Verna, and he will tell us about how all of these cooperative unions, they are making it work in South Africa, because I believe you told me you have very functional unions there.
Yes.
Great, we can't wait. You see why you need to keep following us and subscribe, because when I catch him again, hopefully at the Sementia Learning and Development Farm, why would you want to miss that production? My name is Nadia, and today all the way from South Africa. And still within the studios of Farming in Africa here in Achimota, I had the distinct pleasure of sitting down with farmer Werner, who has traveled all the way from South Africa to come see things for himself, how we do it here, and also to exchange knowledge. Stay tuned and we love you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye to my audience for me.